So the last few weeks, Oklahoma Sooner coaches have been in the conversation for a lot of jobs. And the latest one came down the line from Bucknuts, which is a Ohio State Buckeye site that DeMarco Murray is interviewing with Ohio State over their running back position. And I'm going to tell you this, as running back coach, DeMarco Murray going there, very much unlikely. We'll just open with that. We'll bury the lead there. I don't think he's going nowhere. But I'm going to explain to you why. And I'm also explaining to you why his name is starting to come up more along with all the Sooner coaches, which honestly, as Sooner fans, y'all should be excited about this. So let's dive into that. But before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. I want to give a shout out to our partners over at Autograph. The Autograph app, they've got great promotions. See the link in the description below. That gets you some great ticket prices as well as opportunities for contests. I know that Brady was doing a big one. Tom Brady, that is, the GOAT, doing a big contest to where you can win a sweet experience for March Madness. Check it out in the Autograph app in the description below. Make sure you click the link and put in the promo code UNFAIRSports. It's free. All you got to do is sign up, hit my promo code, let them know that I sent you. So you got to check that out, especially with March Madness going on. But besides that point, we got to talk about these coaches, right? We got to talk about why DeMarco Murray is ending up in these conversations and why y'all should be excited about it. So let's just open up with that completely. Let's go right into it. Like I said, I don't want to bury the lead too far. But DeMarco Murray has been reported to interview. Now, do I think he's interviewing? I don't know. I mean, I haven't really seen any other reliable sources saying this. It's an interesting notion to think that DeMarco Murray would even leave his job at his alma mater to go interview somewhere else, right? But I do see that Ryan Day would definitely go after a coach like DeMarco Murray. Now, you got to keep in mind, so Ohio State just lost their running back coach to their rival Michigan. Kind of embarrassing if you really think about it, right? And so, of course, the first thing they want to do is go after one of the best running back coaches in college football. And what DeMarco Murray has done is, I mean, last season, he had the number one running back in the country, signed with Oklahoma for not only football, but baseball. And so that gives him a reason, gives anybody a reason for wanting to go after DeMarco Murray. But he also adds to the list of other coaches. Like, we just recently went through the Board of Regents and they just started giving out raises, right? Bill Beatonbow moved up to $1 million a year at offensive line coach. You saw Ty Bates get a raise. Chavis got some. We saw Zach Alley's a new contract as a new defensive coordinator. But you saw Bates and Beatonbow specifically on that list because they just got job offers in the SEC, as well as one of them got an offer in the NFL. They at least went through interviews. So teams are recognizing what Oklahoma's building, and they're trying to get their hands on it. They want those guys that are becoming that good name recognition in the home, especially in recruiting, because the one thing about recruiting is what makes it tough is that you got to have that name recognition. And a lot of coaches are taking advantages of the opportunities to go to the NFL. We've seen a few. Heck, Boston College's head coach just bounced and took a job as an assistant in the NFL. That tells you everything, right? With the new landscape of college football, the NIL era, as well as transfer portal, you've got to find coaches that are willing to work their butts off through this era and be able to be efficient and effective as well. Oklahoma's found that in Beatonbow as well as with Todd Bates, right? And I've heard that Auburn was the one that tried to get Todd Bates. And when that report came out, I saw it all over Twitter, I was like, why would he leave here to go there? Now, granted, remember, Todd Bates is from Alabama, right? He played at Alabama. So if there's a job that I will be terrified, if Freddie Roach ever leaves Alabama, leaves Tuscaloosa, I anticipate Todd Bates getting that opportunity. I anticipate them going after him specifically because he played at Alabama, right? Bring him back to the alma mater. But he also has a very strong loyalty to Brent Venables because Venables got him into this position today and let him be able to shine and show off his skills. But back to DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray was rumored that he interviewed for a couple of jobs in college football as well as in the NFL. And so, yes, Jay, how do you know that DeMarco Murray wouldn't even entertain going to Ohio State? One, I don't think he's going to leave his alma mater to go to Ohio State to work for Ryan Day. Nothing against him, but Ryan Day just hired an offensive coordinator in Chip Kelly. If they wanted to go after DeMarco Murray, which at the time it wasn't available, they would went for DeMarco Murray to be an offensive coordinator. Because to me, if DeMarco Murray leaves, he's taking a coordinator position. The other place for him to go is to the NFL. Because it'll be the same or more pay with less work. Because they ain't got to deal with all the recruiting and stuff. You just got to scout, evaluate. When the GM brings them in, you just put them to work. And that's what a lot of these coaches are like, and they're appreciating about the NFLs because it's a lot less work, right? So if DeMarco Murray passed on an opportunity to go back to the NFL as a former player and as a former great, especially in his peak, deciding that, I'm going to go ahead and stick it out here at my alma mater and work with this team, I sense he recognizes that they're going to groom him into an offensive coordinator position and move him up the charts that way. Because it looks like he wants to go into an OC role. It feels like it now. And with Oklahoma, I sensed initially that DeMarco was not truly interested in going offensive coordinator, but it looks like he is. So if that's the case, maybe be asking me, okay, Jay, you've got Latrell and Joe John Finley. I think Joe John Finley's going to end up getting an OC job somewhere. I don't see Latrell leaving anytime soon. I can see them moving DeMarco Murray up into OC role because I hate to say it, I see Emmett Jones leaving for a head coaching job. I don't think he gets a coordinator position. I think he's similar to what we saw with Fran Brown going to Syracuse, but I think that Emmett Jones will go for probably get a better opportunity than that. I mean, Syracuse is not a bad job, but I think that they'll probably get themselves a better P4 job. But I see Emmett Jones going straight into head coaching just because of what I've heard about him in reports and people talking about him and his demeanor. He has that head coach mentality, right? That's what teams are going to want. And I sense that's where he will go. And so that's going to be DeMarco Murray's opportunity to be groomed into an OC and then eventually take a head coaching job if he wants to go there, right? Now, in some of these guys' cases, they're similar to Brent Venables in the mindset of, I don't want to be a head coach just anywhere, right? I want to get a job that it's going to help me not only grow, but one that I know that I can stick that for a while. I want a good job. Hence why Brent Venables was an assistant for so long at 3 really good jobs, right? So I sense that some of his assistants are looking at it the same way. It's like, I don't want to take us any job. I want to go somewhere good, right? And so I'm anticipating that with the position guys that's what they're looking at. So I don't see DeMarco Murray leaving on this. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. I know a few of y'all was freaking out about it. Saw a lot of people's comments within videos that had nothing to do with this, saying DeMarco Murray leaving and we're screwed. It's like, we'll be fine. And the good thing is we've got some great news around DeMarco Murray yesterday. And I'm about to drop a video on that over at Sooner or Later Sports. So check that one out. If you made it this far, like the content, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and share. Why? Because sharing is caring. So, got to talk about DeMarco Murray and all of that. Got some more videos coming down the line. I had an interesting debate come across my desk that I'm doing some research on now. I'm going to post a video on probably first thing in the morning right before I get on the airplane. So y'all can argue amongst yourselves and I'll check it once I land. So, check out one of these videos. And guess what? We're going to talk soon. Peace.